I'm going to have an inbox preview look at this vintage Heller kit here, which is the 1/72 scale AMD Mirage IV A. And we'll have a look at the box to start off with. You pretty much just get the name and the artwork there on the front, and then on the side gives us a couple other subjects here. I guess this is the Mirage here. It says 1 version and 6 decorations, and we've got an advertisement there for a Mirage F1 CB there, and name again, and then our information in French mostly. Side of the box, nothing special, same information, and I guess our kit number is going to be 351. And on the other side we have the English. No, I think this is the same on this side. It's actually printed the same. And we will open it up and have a look at the kit. Pull this down here. I don't know if this originally comes bagged. When I got it, it was like already opened from the cellophane, so I don't know if these come bagged or if they just come as the plastic in the box like this. So we'll look at our instructions. We have two, I think these are 2 different sets. Well, we'll look at them here. But we've got our history, which is it's all written in French. And I'm just going to look at the other one to see if it's an English translation. No, it's all French. I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out. I mean, historique and characteristics and whatever else nomenclature. It's not hard to figure out in English. But here's our instructions. It's like a semi-fold-out poster type, I would call this. Looks pretty easy enough to follow, and there isn't a huge number of parts or anything. Pretty straightforward. And then some better details here. You can see how the landing gear, like how it is fixed in there. And flip it around. It's going into our armaments basically. Yeah, like that's the, it says like montage de la bombe automatique, which is like, obviously it's just nuclear bomb. So then there's the other one here. I guess that's a fuel tank. Showing us how to arrange them. And our instructions. We'll have to go into the other one to see. They said we had 6 different options. It's telling us how to paint these, like right on there. Like obviously, like it says ivory there, and then like grease pearl, which I think is gray or something. So the instructions, regardless whether they're in French or not, they're easy to follow. And then this part here is in English. It's like a supplement for the instructions, I guess, telling us what each part is. Yeah, that's what it is. There's various languages and stuff on here, which, I mean, it's not too hard to figure out the French anyways, so not a big deal, but there is an English translation if you need it. We'll have a look at, I don't need to really pull the glass out, I don't think, because, I mean, it's pretty microscopic. I don't know how well it'll show up on there. Well, maybe I should open it, because you can't really see through it's not really translucent. Or it's like semi-translucent, so we'll get it out of here. And so, like all 72nd scale, it's kind of thick. There's nothing you can do about it. So how well you can see in there, I don't know. And then there's this part here, which goes under the, like it goes underneath the fuselage. Another piece here, and our various lights and that. They're nothing too spectacular, the little lights. But there's that, and at least this part here, you can see it's like a translucent type too. Like to make it almost look like it's fibrous. And the last piece is just our little rear piece. It would be very hard to see in there anyways, but you might, it's clear but it's thick, so I don't know how well you will see in there. But it looks nice. The glasswork looks pretty good. And we'll go into, I guess I'll look at the fuselages because they've come off the sprue anyways. So we can see we've got raised details on this one. But you can see there is quite a bit of detail on there. There's quite a bit of paneling on this thing. The same thing along the tail there. Yeah, okay, this is supposed to be there. It's a scoop, it's not a sink mark. And then our like complicated, like where the intakes are, you'll actually be able to see the opening there, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, these grills are raised, so it looks all right. I mean, it's got the details on there, and this plastic is fairly soft, so it would be pretty easy to rescribe this thing, I think. And nothing on the inside. We'll go to the other fuselage half. It's going to be pretty much a mirror copy. There's the actuator for the tail. And you can see the various little bit of rivet detail on there. Which looks alright. Various paneling. Really nice detail on the intakes there. They didn't cheap out or anything, so. And we'll move on to the sprue here. So here is our landing gear. Landing gear looks pretty nice. Very delicate. And our engines, they look alright. You can see the detail on them is pretty good. I'd say for 72nd scale, it's pretty good. And our seats, they're probably the right sort of shape, and it would be very easy to add seat belts. You can see it has sort of a semi, like it's supposed to look sort of like material on there. And our air brakes, and our wheels are pretty basic. We flip them around. I mean, they're just rubber. I mean, what can you really do with them? But the hub detail looks alright. And there's nothing inside the air brakes. So I would probably keep those closed if I was doing it. And the injection seats aren't fully detailed around, not a big deal. And we'll move on. I'm guessing this is the fins off the bomb. I don't think that's for the fuel tank, I think that's for the bomb, but we'll come to it. And our wings have come off here. Yeah, so you're getting no detail. I don't know why they left the brakes open, because you're getting no detail inside the little pieces themselves. So you can see quite a bit of rivet detail on there. I really hate this plastic that Heller uses. That's probably my only criticism of their kits. And then your flaps and things here. Like this could be carved out a little better here. And it looks really good though, actually. And nothing on the inside. Very, very, very minimal detail on the inside of the landing gear. And same thing on this side. Just have a quick look here. Same thing basically. They did nice rivet detail on it. And the underside of our wing, so we got a massive, massive recess there for the nuclear bomb. I think that's what it was. I think it was actually like a bomb that you drop. I don't think it was assisted in any way. And here's our actuator. So you pretty much can't really position these. You're pretty much gonna, unless you really wanted to modify it. Not really a big deal. And nothing on the inside. And we'll move on. There's just some small bits here. And so we have our fuel tanks. There's quite a bit of detail on the nuclear bomb there though. Like they did an excellent job there on the details. And then our fuel tanks, really nice fuel tanks. Looks like you can't have them. I don't know if they are integrated into the aircraft. I would think they can come off, but you don't really have that option. And our I'm surprised actually they have detail inside the cockpit here, which is really nice actually, because a lot of times this will be a decal. So that's pretty neat that they've put that in there. And our intakes, which look pretty good. And nothing on the inside. We'll move over here. This is a separate piece here. Have a look at that in a minute. That's our nose cone. So here's our intakes, which look alright. And our doors. Yeah, and our instrument panels there, which are actually have detail. This piece here actually has quite a bit of nice detail on it. And more fins. And like the insides of the doors are just very, they're just passable at best. I would say they're just passable. And then get this guy down here. So here's our rear section. Hopefully this would line up with the fuselage. And there's no step there, but that's our rear piece. And then we'll get the nose together here, which is quite nice. Like it's got the, I'm not sure if that's a spotlight actually on the nose or what it is. It's a camera maybe. But the nose cone actually looks pretty good. It's a shame that it's two pieces because it's quite a bit of work that you're going to have to put into it. But it's got all those pieces of glass that you have to put in there. This looks alright. What do we got left? Okay, so here's our various different aircraft we can make. It's pretty much just leather designation. These decals actually look pretty good, even being in the thing. Like you can see they've taken a yellow, but it actually isn't that bad. Like I'm not sure if you took these off there if that would show up or not. And like for a Mirage 4, I doubt you could get a decal set for it, but it looks like if they're sealed like this they would be okay. Of course the roundels look nice and everything, so they look alright. So this is the Mirage 4, the 172nd AMD Mirage IV A by Heller, and it looks like an alright kit. I mean, you really don't have any other options other than the 48th scale Mirage 4, same by Heller, and I think this one actually is a little better than the 48 scale one in my impression. But as far as I know, somebody is releasing another 48 scale one soon. I'm not sure the company, but it may come out soon. This one, it's an option. It's a little older of a kit, and I would say it's passable, but it's pretty dated, I would say, by this time. Anyways, so other than that, thank you for watching.